So, crocodiles cross paths with otters. Not so good for the otter.
No.
What's an otter?
Not exactly so good. An otter is a small aquatic animal, I guess you could say. It can live on the land, but it spends a lot of its time in the water. They come in different shapes and sizes, but they're very cute. A lot of people like otters. They have sort of a small kind of dog-like face, a little bit like a seal maybe as well, but they have fur on them, which is a little different from many animals that live in the water. And they have, 4 legs, long tails, which they use to swim and which they use to protect themselves. They often live in families, and they're very, very cute. And they do little cute things with their hands, like eating
They hold
shells.
hands when they're in the water.
They hold hands, and they're just so cute.
Yeah. Now, as Mike said, unlike crocodiles, otters are social creatures that live in close family packs. A pack is the name for a group of animals, and we usually use it for dogs, wolves, and animals that are kind of similar to those. So, as otters are kind of like little river dogs, they're actually more like weasels. That's the family they're in, but they're a little bit like small river dogs. So, a pack of otters works pretty well. And we see, like humans, otter parents stay together for life to raise their children.
Wow, isn't that nice? So that means they form bonds that last until they die. If you do something for life, this phrase basically means for the entirety or for most of your life, and certainly up until you die. Generally, when people get married, they plan to stay married for life, forever.
We also see that otters can also be friendly towards humans. Be friendly towards just means they are friends with them. They're not scared. They will kind of go close to them, interact a little bit. It's a nice simple phrase, be friendly toward or towards. So what do otters do to be friendly?
Well, the next sentence of the article says, sometimes they will even play and pose for pictures when hikers spot them in shallow waters. Wow, these otters want to be famous or something like that.
Insta otter.
They're known for being very friendly animals, and they're also known for being very popular with people, right? If you go see the otters at the zoo, there'll always be a crowd of people there, and the otters are very cute and very social and very friendly, so they will play when visitors are around, when hikers just walking through the area, people walking through the area, they'll play, and they'll maybe even pose for a picture. To pose for a picture is to stand in a certain spot, not move while someone takes a picture. That's what models are paid to do. That's what you would do if someone's painting you. You might have to pose for hours in a painting. But of course, when you're with your friends and someone's like, hey, I want to take a picture. And then you do that, and then you stop for a moment, you're posing.
Yeah.
This happens when people spot them.
That's right.
When hikers spot them as they're going through the wetlands.
Yep, to spot, this is a verb, S-P-O-T, spot, means to see or notice something, especially something that's not easy to see. Usually if you spot something, you're trying to see it. You're sort of, okay, where is it? Or where is my friend? I can't spot him in the crowd. Another example could be the eagle spotted a rabbit in the grass far below it.
Ooh.
Now these hikers, they spot otters when they're in the shallow water.
That's right, when the otters are in the shallow water. If we're talking about water and we're talking about it being shallow, this adjective, spelled S-H-A-L-L-O-W, shallow, this adjective means not deep. All right, if you go to most swimming pools, there'll be the part of the pool that you can dive into from aboard. That will be the deep end of the pool. And then the other end where the water is just maybe 2 or 3 feet deep.
Or
Just
stomach.
up to your stomach or something like that, where the young swimmers might go. That's the shallow part. You can touch your feet to the bottom of the pool very easily in the shallow part of the pool. For example, the river is quite shallow here, so we can easily walk across to the other side. You don't have to swim, you can just walk. It's so shallow.
Now you might notice that the article uses the word waters rather than water.
That's right,
and
shallow
that's
waters.
got a plural with an S on the end. And waters just means specifically the water of a particular sea, river, lake, or a bay, like a beach. So the waters are just the water in that area, sort of thing like that. So shallow waters would mean the shallow parts of the wetlands, not the deeper parts out further away from the land, but the bits close to the land, those waters. Okay, that brings us to the end of the first day of the article. We've met a couple of animals. Let's go to our For You chat question and maybe talk about some more.